today, as you would have saw from the intro, we're out in this 911 GT3, and we've got a channel legend, a really good friend of mine, Stu. We saw him last time in the Lambo. So how's it going, Stewie?
Very well, sun's out, loving it.
So you've obviously, sorry to cut you there, mate.
That's all right.
Sorry to cut you there, mate.
Nice to get out and about, mate, isn't it? Now with everything that's gone on.
Yes,
so.
most definitely. Back to normality a bit. So talk to me, man. Why did you change the Lambo for this?
Well, I had the Lambo for like over a year, which is a record for me, and I just started looking at stuff, you know, relatively similar price range, and just fancied something a little bit different, more sort of track orientated. Okay. You know, and the Porsche's sort of got a real good history, and it was just, to be honest, it was the reviews. I went online and looked at lots of different reviews, and the reviews were just phenomenal about a GT3, and also the residual value. You know, I put a few miles on the Lambo, so I wanted just to have something that was more of a bit of an investment as well.
And that noise
is the new Sharkworks exhaust, which isn't even switched on yet. So. They can hear that because it's just it's crazy.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's really nice.
So in terms of driver's car, how would you say this one drives and handles compared to the Huracan?
It's definitely. I mean, there's going to be not a lot in it. It's just a different feeling. It's just you know, this is rear wheel drive. The Huracan was sort of 4-wheel drive, and yeah, it's just a different feeling. But I prefer. I'm not just saying it, but I prefer this car. I feel more comfortable. I feel more settled in it. I sort of trust it a little bit more because I've had a few Porsches before rear wheel drive, and this is just yeah, it's just something else. I'm really pleased with it, if I was honest. And I can see why people rave about them.
I mean, in terms of attention, the Lambo's always going to get more attention, but for car guys, if you see a GT3, you know what it is. Do you know what I mean?
That's right. Yeah, I had somebody chat to me yesterday that was sort of, wow, mate, you don't see many of those about blah blah blah. And I was just telling them about the car, and I quite like that. You know, there's a bit of fun, a bit of interaction with people, especially when they know exactly what it is.
So you're gonna. What exhaust did you say it was?
It's a Sharkworks, so it's from the States.
From the States. I hope you're picking up my voice on here. So today, it's not going to be a mad one. What I wanted to do is, obviously you guys know I got this S3 build going on. I kind of wanted to see a benchmark. So, obviously we're looking for 600 brake on that and more. But what's this standard?
High 4s, isn't it? 470?
470.
I think, but I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I know it's up around the 500 mark.
And it's naturally aspirated as well. Yeah. So it's instant power. Yeah. So I kind of wanted to get a feel for what I'm looking for, if that makes sense. Yeah. So we're not going to go stupid and start the motorway. We're going to have a chat with Stu. And we'll just have a few little calls, see what it's about. Get bored of that noise.
But the only thing that comes close is when I went out a few times in my car was the Hurricane Performante or Performante, whatever it's called. That one. That sounded, when that went past me a couple of times. A friend of mine had one and I loved it. It really sounded good. But this is this upgrade, which is just the back box really crossover. Yeah, it's definitely a good upgrade. It sounded nice as it was, but now it's just. Start clicking down the gears, and because it revs to 9,000 revs before it red lines, it just saves the bar.
Is that a lot of money?
I think they're about, if you bought it from the States, probably about 1,500.
Which is not too bad, really. Really, no. It could be a lot worse. Look at that. Oh my god!
It is great, isn't it?
And because it's NA as well, it's there, straight down.
That's right.
So I'll tell you what would be interesting is, obviously when my car's done, because I know it's a different sensation, it's going to be turboed. So that would be an interesting race, I think.
Yeah, see how it goes off.
Obviously, if our plan still comes together for the summer,
It'd be nice.
is it still on?
Yeah.
I won't let you guys know yet, but we've got something planned for the summer, so...
See if the car's all ready.
Yeah.
We'll be on it.
The car's ready and everything, then yeah, it'll be good.
Just wanted to get it up around the slow down, and then we'll get it up around the red line on it.
Yes, mate.
It does sound awesome when it goes.
I hope that picked up. Every time I come out with you, it's just a different sensation, man.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, I'd love eventually to have a GT3 RS, I think.
And what's the difference between that? Is it turbo?
No, it's still it's naturally aspirated. It's just a little step up from this one.
Okay.
Slightly different bodywork. It's got vents in the front wings, different spoilers, a little bit more track performance related.
Okay.
So
are you going to be tracking this, or is it just no?
I don't track my cars.
No.
Run out of talent. I'm not that talent. I'm not a.
This guy.
I can drive right, but I'm not a race driver, and I don't want to be pushing it where I cause myself any problems. Not really. I think I get overexcited on the track. Although I'm quite sensible, so I'm probably.
You are sensible.
You never know. I might have a go. But it's always nice. I've been on track days where you're pushing, their cars around the track, and I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you should. I mean, that's where this car's going to excel, isn't it?
Yeah.
On the track.
That's where it's going to come into its own. That's the benefit.
I mean, the 911 is like an iconic shape, and they've tried to keep that shape through the years.
Yeah.
But I think the first Porsche that's like way out there, the GT3 RS, because it's like a 911 on steroids, and it's more.
Yeah.
But this isn't quite there. But I think where Porsche fall down slightly when it comes to comparing them to Ferraris and Lamborghinis is that Ferraris and Lamborghinis have got that specific shape. You can tell a Hurricane, you can tell a Aventador, they are what they are, 700 brake or whatever, the Aventadors. Whereas with the 911s, unless you're into cars,
that's it.
A 911, say Carrera 2S, say, a white one, wouldn't look dissimilar to this, other than the wheels and the spoiler. This is a little bit wider, I suppose, but to the layman, they wouldn't really know.
And everything with this is just understated, I think.
Yeah.
It's understated look, whereas with a Lambo, it's bang, in your face, it's there, do you know what I mean?
That's right.
I mean, remember when we shot last time on suspension bridge in your Lambo? The amount of attention
it's mad.
that got within 5 minutes, I found it hard to record.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, people asking questions, which is nice. I said that to you at the time. And I had somebody asking me questions about this yesterday, but this will be more, like I said, this will be, you'll get a lot of questions asked about this because they know
what it is.
That it's a GT3, whereas with a Lambo, they don't know what that Lambo is. It's just a Lamborghini Hurricane, whether it's a 580 two-wheel drive or a 610 four-wheel drive, it doesn't really matter, does it? It is what it is.
Yeah, exactly that.
So,
and I guess growing up as well, me as a kid, I always had pictures of Lambos. I know it's like a cliche, every guy says it. I just had Lambos everywhere.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's what we grew up with. That's classed as the pinnacle. But like you said, you've had the Lambo, and now you've had the Porsche. And don't kill us in the comments either. This is just our opinion.
Yeah, that's right. They're just two different. If I could afford having both, I'd have both, I expect. But they're just two different cars. And for me, I find this more comfortable to drive. That's just the fact of the matter.
Yeah.
Whether it's to do with the seats or what.
It's a bit more space.
Yeah.
I mean, last time I know I look cramped now. I am 6'7", but in the Lambo I found it so hard to sit in it. Whereas this is it's comfortable. It hugs you in. It's everything you'd want is there.
Yeah, and this isn't the comfort seats. These are the sports seats. So you are in the harder seats, but these seats are still more comfortable than the Lamborghini seats.
More comfortable.
They were, and actually, if I was honest, that's one of the reasons I wanted to change, because I love the car. I love driving the car. It's an amazing car. You can't get away from the fact that it looks the part. It drives amazingly, but I just within 15-20 minutes of going out with it, I wasn't comfortable.
Yeah.
Whereas with this car, if I want to drive to Scotland, I'd take this car, you know, whereas the Lambo, I wouldn't probably look forward to doing that.
Yeah.
I find myself fortunate enough to have cars that I really, you know, I never thought I'd own, so I'm pinch myself, I'm really lucky, I love it. But,
yeah.
And, you know, doing this today, for me, it's just fun. It's my way of having fun. Some people want to go out on a Friday night and have 15 pints of lager. I'd rather come and meet you Saturday morning, nice and early, take the car out.
So how I'm going to be doing the YouTube at the moment, I'm going to have a few features here and there, but a lot of my content over the next few months is going to be the finalisation of my build. And once the build's done, I've got massive plans, but you guys just like and subscribe and keep following the channel. And I really do appreciate all the support I've had. People like Stu as well, because you know, I met Stu last year. We've become really, really good friends, you know, so that's the thing about the car community, is you meet people, you make friends, you got an interest that everybody cares about, and you know, it's a good feel.